Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna see if I
Okay.
can pull this up on the website. I would
Same,
love for that to
same.
work.
I'm also gonna
Um,
post on my stories that we're live here really quick too.
yeah, it's one of those things
Create.
again where I have a feeling that
What the?
it's for some reason it doesn't like to show up on my lives on the
I know
YouTube
that's weird.
proper. So I have to pull it up on my phone, which I'm just gonna do
Why
because it's
is
more
it?
important to me to see people's comments. Um,
Oh, good
whoop.
to know. Thank you.
Yeah, that was Katie. Shout out to Katie.
Hi, Katie.
No,
Um,
I need. This is fun, you guys. I'm sorry. For everybody who's like new and like, what am I watching? You're watching something awesome. We just have to work with annoying stuff to get it started so we can actually see you guys talking, and that's our priority.
okay.
Today, I'm really excited. Yeah, I can see us. Cool. Mute
I can't
that.
see us
Get
yet,
this
so
going.
give me a moment.
Yep.
Keep
It's
talking,
Katie's
but
here. Hi, Katie.
hi, Katie. We love
Hi.
you. Mwah.
Awesome. And Danny is here and Kayla is here. Hi, all. If you see us look to the side, it's because we're looking down at our phones to see the chat because for some reason it won't show up on my screen so I can look to the
Yeah,
other side.
it's
But
fine.
yes,
We're just rolling. By the way, everybody, I
Monday.
got home on Wednesday. It's Friday. My body's on a different planet at this point in
Yeah.
time. I am
Dude,
so out of it.
the jet lag from this one was different. And that's weird for me to say, but it was different.
It was well. I think it also part of that comes into the play of hello. Could we please give me the thing I want? I also think that part of that comes from the fact that we came back into really weird energy this week.
Yeah, we
The
did.
energy already feels like to me it feels like we're bouncing on jello.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the best way I can describe it. Like we
Yeah.
can't stand up straight. We're standing on jello. We're like it's yeah. Oh,
Someone
there
recently,
we are. I found
yay.
us.
Someone recently said, like, I feel like once we get into November, everything's going to feel like better and a relief. And I wanted to be like, yeah. And then the energy in my head was like, no. And so I was just like, is that my bias? What's going on? I checked the astrology and I was like, oh, hey there. It's more metaphorical timing. The
Yeah.
transit timing is actually better. So, like, it's a good time to maybe be born, but maybe being alive in the US right now, established. We're going through a little bit of something. Can't say specifically what it is on here because I need to analyze it more deeply. But metaphorical timing, we have the sunset coming. So you've heard me like to talk about how we take the Aries ingress and we kind of move it forward like a little clock. And as planets do stuff, events pop up, which is one of my favorite things about astrology. It's just like how you explain astrology in a nutshell. When the planets do stuff, events pop up. And the sun is setting in that timing next week. I think it's
Yeah.
next week or the week after. So I'm expecting some interesting events to go along with that too. The sun, of course, being, you know, what the source of power and influence in the chart. So yeah,
Yep.
I'm just going to leave that to interpretation.
Uh
We can
huh.
talk about that on the Monday Magic Mood Booster and the student study stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
and I
You
will be
know,
doing more of a deep dive on it so I can be a better resource.
I was hoping to see if I could pull the chat up on my computer. I just
Yeah,
can't.
it
I'm
just
trying to fuck
won't.
with it. I don't know what it is, but it's
Hmm.
fine. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. All right, there we go. One thing that I've been looking at, so kind of a little bit to speak to that. I don't know about you, but losing things and breaking things, ridiculous right now. Like ridiculous. Oh my God, there was a casualty of travel. I didn't get
No.
to tell you about my casualty of travel. Everyone's gonna cry. Are you guys all ready to cry? I cried
Oh, I'm
on a
scared.
Shinkansen in actually in a station in Tokyo. Do you know what happened?
No.
And I never do this, and Kristen knows I never do this. I never lose anything. Like I don't lose things. I am very slightly neurotic about how
Mm-hmm.
much I don't lose things. I don't lose things. Um, I left Little Bear Fan on the Shinkansen
No.
on a train in Japan. I cried. I was not well. I immediately ordered two more because I literally cannot live
Yeah.
without that fan.
No.
Like, they don't even need to sponsor me. I'll just give them free advertising because
Yeah.
I live off of that fan.
Yeah. Little
I
Bear fan is a
cried.
necessity.
Uh-huh. I cried. There was a anyway.
Yeah.
So losing things, and that's I'm not the only person who's lost things, by the
No.
way. It's not just
On our
me. It's not
trip,
like
people
personal
were losing
anecdotal.
things.
People
Yeah.
were losing things. Things were breaking. Almost all
Hmm.
of the travelers were. Also, people in my personal life have been losing things. People online I've seen posting videos about that, and I was like, okay,
Hmm.
the fuck is going on? Like I'm
Hmm.
tapping into this because this is weird.
Yeah.
What I heard is that we're elevating our vibrations in like a quick little jump. It's like taking an
Yeah.
elevator up instead of like a escalator. We're like boop,
Hmm.
and the objects need to also do that. And
Yeah.
if they're not evolving their vibration fast enough, we're losing them.
Yeah.
They're getting shed from us or broken. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that's not fair. Like, could we
Yeah.
not? Like,
Little
that's
Bear
not.
Fan was more evolved than any of us.
Little Bear Fan was a friend. Oh my god, I'm so depressed about Little Bear
Yeah.
Fan, guys.
Oh my god. Little
If
Bear
you guys
Fan
don't know
did
what
not
Little Bear
deserve
Fan
that.
is, by the way, if you're like, what the fuck are you upset about? Okay, there's this fan. It's a little fan. It's a little handheld fan. After Ireland, which was what, 3 years ago now? It was a long time. After Ireland, shout out to those of you who came to us in Ireland, because I know there's a couple people in the group that have, or in the chat that have. A couple of our people had these little handheld fans. They were not Little Bear Fan, for context.
No.
They were just handheld fans. And I was like, oh my god, this is life-saving for me, because my number one overstimulation thing is if I get too hot, I crumble. Like, I can't function as a person, which is why I live on top of a mountain. But yeah, so when we got home, Weston was like, I'm going to get you this cute little fan. It's a little bear, because I love bears. Bears are like, if horses didn't exist, bear would be my favorite animal. I love bears. And so he got this fan, and this fan is freaking amazing. It's a power bank, it's a flashlight, and it's a fan with multiple settings. You can hold it straight up, or you can set it on the table, and it can fan you.
And it'll fan the entire table. Which
It'll
is
fan the
nice.
whole entire table.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's tiny, but it fans huge. It has cute little bear ears and a cute little bear face. And I instantly became obsessed with Little Bear Fan. Little Bear Fan became part of my personality. Okay?
Totally
Like, if you've ever had dinner with me, you've probably seen Little Bear Fan. It's like I'm forever in menopause or something. I don't know how I'm going to handle hot flashes, to be totally honest, because I already need fans constantly. Yeah, that Little Bear Fan lives in my purse in my day-to-day. When I travel, he's also in my purse. He is always, always, always on my person. And to leave him anywhere is unheard of.
Yeah.
It's unheard of. I was blown away at myself. So anyway, if you're wondering like why I'm so upset about the fan, that's why, because Little Bear Fan is like my life. Anyway, now I have two. One is Little Bear Fan 2. Because I ordered 2, and he's brown as well. And then I ordered a hot pink one called Care Bear Fan, because I thought that would be fair.
Yeah.
So we now have 2.
I'm going to try something really quick. There may be noise. There shouldn't be, but if there is, I'm sorry. I found us on the YouTube on my browser, so I'm going to try to switch over.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
I just don't
the
want it
brand.
to be like, loud.
Yeah.
And got it.
But by the way, if you guys want Little Bear Fans, if you type into Amazon Little Bear Fan, I'm not even kidding. It's by Jusui, which is a fan brand. Jisuis, I believe. And you can find them, and they come in many colors now. When I got Little Bear Fan, it was only brown. Now it has plethora. You can get a polar bear fan.
I have
You
a
can get a
blue
black bear
one.
fan. You can get a
Yeah.
blue fan.
There's like a mint green. That's great.
Variety. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got hot pink. So
Yeah.
now I have a Care Bear fan. I
Yeah,
probably will paint
phenomenal.
it with a little Care Bear rainbow, to be totally honest.
As you should. That's appropriate
As I
for you. Yeah.
Anyway, this is what you get with our live ink spill.
Yeah, I know.
Especially
Especially when we don't really get to catch up beforehand. So you get like us catching up too, which is, I hope, fun. We actually haven't been able to catch up since really Thailand.
No. Yeah.
So this is, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some
So
Emily
basically-
withdrawal in my life.
I know. So Thailand was 3 weeks ago.
Was it? Maybe.
know.
I've been home for a week.
Yeah, so 3
Tomorrow.
weeks ago then, because you were you were in Japan for a week.
For a week, yeah.
So Thailand was 3 weeks ago. Then we were in Japan, and then I got home. I was in Japan a little bit longer than Krista. And then I got home, and you were already home. So yeah, we haven't gotten to talk to each other. We barely even got to talk
Yeah.
to each other in Thailand. We were so busy.
No.
It was a magical trip. No
It was
complaints.
great.
It was
Oh my gosh.
so fun.
So on that topic, Danny has asked about the fun magical souvenirs we brought back. So I went ham at some different shrines in Tokyo. I can show you one of the things I got. But also, as far as magical stuff from Thailand, like we've got our blessings from the monks that we got blessings from with our little friendship bracelets.
Turns out these are only supposed to be left on for 3 days, by the way.
Oh, whoops.
I asked
You said
my,
wait until they fall off.
I asked my Ajarn about it because he gave me another one,
Yeah.
and I had my red one on. I ripped off the one where the guy was on his phone because it felt like a binding.
Yeah.
So that one I ripped off. We had one monk that gave us a blessing at one point, and we looked up halfway through, and he was on his phone, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
"Oh, I'm
less
not
fun.
keeping your blessing, sir. Rip that off." That's fine.
Yeah.
I had a red one, which I loved, like Krista had on,
Mm-hmm.
and now that's in a junk journal space, which I will be junk journaling magic, a whole bunch of it, and then this one that I got during the Sakyong.
Yeah. So
Which
this
this
one
one's staying
actually,
on.
Arajarn told us the story about this one, that there's
Oh,
like
really?
an actual
Good.
backstory. Remember
Yeah.
those kids a couple years ago that got stuck in a cave and the cave was flooding
Yeah.
and a bunch of divers went in?
Yeah.
During that time, they discerned that there was a karmic resolution happening between a goddess deity and another person who had reincarnated.
Oh,
And they discerned that one of the divers was that guy reincarnated that had to save these children to make up for everything.
Jesus
And
Christ. What did he
Anajarn,
do in a past life?
he spurned her somehow. I forget exactly what the story
Okay.
was. But there are 5 beads on here for the 5 Buddhas. 4 Buddhas have already incarnated, one they're still waiting for. And this design was made, and the Ajarn only gave it to this one guy on the whole rescue team, and he wouldn't give it to anybody else. And that's the one guy that survived to go save the kids. So then suddenly this gained huge popularity and was like $100 and some to get this from some monks and stuff. Like they put a price on it and everything. So I'm glad this is from the good monk that helped us because
Yeah.
we were chatting with a cat.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Oh,
Davina on that
wow.
one. Yeah.
Very interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Arzarn gave us some good stories. It was nice.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I wish I was no kinging it tomorrow. I am not no kinging it tomorrow.
I
I would
am.
love to no king it tomorrow, truly. My I don't have a sign because I can't go. So,
Yeah. I have a sign. It's going to be the sign from last time. I'm going to go in my corgi onesie from last year's Sacred Spaces. And
nice.
probably my jacket from Greece with the evil eye on it. And so that's going to be my outfit. Because I found out, how do I say this in a way that's like not going to get me tagged by something? But anyway, the person in charge of this state has decided to deploy the military of this state, the National Guard, to all of the No Kings protests. And
Oh,
when I
yeah.
heard that,
No,
I was
it's going to
like,
be,
oh, 100% going then. Great.
yeah.
Um,
We have ordered frog inflatables for Weston and I. Mine is pink.
nice.
There's going to be many pink frogs, though, so don't worry.
Yeah.
But I will not be at this No Kings. I'll be at the next one, probably. If I can. My guides block me. Oh, my God. I had
I
this
know.
experience, though, in Japan. Okay. I want to tell this story, but it's going to talk about Palestine, so just so everyone is aware. So I have been so involved in Free Palestine for the last 2 years. And when I say so involved, like, I don't know how much money I've donated. I've done tons of campaigns for like raising money for people, and like just in general. So like every single day I check on like main news sources like on the ground in Gaza and whatever. I'm very involved in it. It's horrible. But one of the news sources I always checked on was Saleh, and he was unfortunately martyred after the ceasefire because he was targeted specifically because his brother was being released. Really horrible. But that was one of our last days in Tokyo, and I was like dealing with it okay because it was like our date day, and I was trying to like put it out of my mind because like this is someone you'd like check on every day for like 2 years, and it's just it was very deep and like close to home. And we're in Tokyo, and all of a sudden we hear this like sound outside, and it sounded like a band because it was a huge festival day that day. We were in Kappabashi Street, and it was the Kappabashi Food Festival, which was
Yes.
super fun. So we were right out near Asakusa, and all of a sudden I hear this sound, and I was like, oh, it's going to be like a parade or something. We go around, and it is a Free Palestine protest like through the streets of Tokyo, and it was huge and loud and beautiful, and I'm like sobbing uncontrollably like on the side of the street in Tokyo. And like so was Weston. We're both crying. We're like cheering them on, and I was like, "Oh, I just want to go join." But I literally had a suitcase full of used kimonos I had just bought that I was wheeling around. And I was like, "I literally cannot join this protest with this suitcase." And when I say my guide has stopped me every step of the way from joining big protests, that's what I like. It's to that extent where I'm like, I could just go. But I can't. And it always happens that way, which is really odd, which is why I share that story. One, it was beautiful, and it
Yeah.
made my heart so full. And I sobbed, and I think they were very confused why I sobbed. And then they came over and like talked to me, like, because they had people like for signing petitions, like going around to the crowd around us and stuff. I signed, and I like, gave a bunch of money, and like, yeah, it was a whole thing. But I want to do every time I'm like, oh, it's No Kings. I'm like, oh, I'm actually going to be doing this other thing like I
Yeah.
can't get out of or whatever it is. So yeah, it's very odd, which is okay because I do other things. I'm just
Yep.
apparently supposed to do other things, and that's okay.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, other fun magical souvenirs we brought back. Circling back to that
Yes.
because that's a fun segue.
So we went to a couple shrines, the friend and I, that traveled around Japan for a bit. And we also, on our Ajarn day, so most magical thing I brought back from the trip was the Sakyan, because
Yeah.
that experience was incredible for me.
Yeah.
Long story short, and I'll go into it in more detail on the podcast episode, so watch the podcast, was that the Ajarn, when he was sort of kind of reading into my energy, stopped and kind of said, "You're not normal." And then told me that I'm essentially like I have a guru's energy and a master teacher's energy, and he needed to give me a guru's sakyant. And so I got that. And there's more to it than that, like I said, but we'll go into the deeper details of those on the podcast. So like I now have this sakyant that he even gave me a ritual to go along with it, and like there's like all sorts of stuff, and it was phenomenal. It's one of the most incredible moments I think I've ever had in my life on that day. It was he had me read him, and he pulled out his cell phone and like had me actually read him, and it was really funny. I have video of it, but I can't post it right now. It was posted for a hot second, but I had to take it down because I got hit by a car, and I'm not allowed to have stuff on social media for a bit. So yeah, reasons, but yeah, I'll repost that at a later date too, because it's just really cool. And then he followed me on Instagram, which was also really funny. So the Sakyant is really cool. I've been using the ritual for it. It's been really cool. Like the first day I used it, I texted you because that day I was doing my workouts on the balcony of our hotel room so I wouldn't wake my friend. And that day I came out, I set my phone down, and I realized right next to it was a dragonfly that had apparently passed away. And it was like before sunrise, this whole thing. And then later, 2 hours later, I did my ritual there, and the dragonfly like springs awake and like it's freaking out because it's a glass barrier there. And so I had to like help it get above the glass barrier, and it flew away right as I did the Sakyant ritual, which felt really, really neat to me. It's been
So you
helpful
became a
ever since.
necromancer. Congratulations.
I know. Yeah. Look at me working with death more. Phenomenal. Because I didn't have it enough. Yeah,
No,
so there was that.
surely not.
But then I texted Dan about this, even though it was the middle of the night for him. We went to a shrine, and you know, I stuff to help with my learning, stuff to help with business, blah blah blah. But then I saw one for traffic safety, so I made sure to get an omamori for
That
traffic
is
safety.
freaking hilarious, Krista.
Yes, yeah. So never again.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yep, I have and it came with two, which like one's gonna go in my car, and that's
Because
probably
both
what's
sides of the
designed for.
street need to be protected.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe both sides of the street should stop when the lights are flashing. I don't know. But yeah, I have a traffic.
That brings me
safety
immense
one.
joy. I'm so
Yeah.
glad you are
I
now
also got-
extra traffic safe.
I also got this. Hang on, I can bring this one over, but I have to take my headphones off for a second.
Now we can say a bunch of things. Just kidding.
I got an arrow from one of
Oh.
the shrines. Yeah.
Well,
it doesn't have
that's
a thing on it,
cool.
But yeah, it's like protection.
Well, yeah, they're not going to
for-
probably give weapons out
Yeah,
at
no.
shrines.
No, but it's really neat. And like the cool thing is, these throughout trying to get it home in my bag, which was a hyperfixation nightmare. Even if they would split up and like get all disheveled,
Yeah.
they go back together.
Nice.
So it's still perfect, and I'm very grateful for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's some of the talismanic things. That and the amulets we got from the Sakyant day as well. We got to go to like an amulet marketplace
Oh, yeah.
and pick out those, which is cool.
Yeah, the amulet marketplace was closed, so he chose some for us. The Jarn
Which is
and just
cool.
gave them to us, which was really cool. We each got a different one.
Yeah.
Which was
I
neat.
got, it's like an 18 karat gold turtle with a cowrie shell in its shell.
Ooh.
And inside is dirt from 7 different sacred sites.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's amazing. I love
I mean,
that.
and then I was like, I really need like a keychain for this because I didn't want to buy a necklace there because I knew it would be
Yeah.
like kind of overpriced and whatever. And it was too heavy to wear as a necklace. So then we get to our first day in Japan, and I had casually asked for a keychain. On the ground, I see a gold keychain, just nothing attached to it, just the chain with a little hooky thing. So it is now a keychain because I just found a keychain on the ground.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was
Phenomenal.
perfect. I loved
love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Dakota,
Let's see.
thanks.
What magical souvenirs did we get? Bracelets. Also got a Sakyant. Krista and I went on the same day, but not together, by the way. So we
Yeah.
had different experiences, different Ajarns. So also got that. I actually got 2 tattoos. I also have one on my thigh.
Oh, that's the one you got in
which
Japan, right?
I got one in Japan.
Yeah.
It's a torii gate, and then there's a little bunny in front of it with a little blue butterfly.
Yes. I love that.
Um, which the butterfly is my symbol for Izanami, the goddess I work with from Japan, as well as what landed on my head the first day in Japan last
Yeah.
time. Bunny stuff. There's a whole bunch of bunny stuff, guys. It's a long story. I won't get into
Yeah.
it. And then the entrance to the spirit world, you go through a torii gate to enter the spirit world. So it's like
Yep.
it's a big combo platter. I hated my tattoo artist, by the way, though. She was inept. But
Oh,
it's fine. My
but did
tattoo's
she do a
fine.
good job? Okay.
No. Oh, not really.
No.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
cute. Whatever. It's not very good. It's not a very well done tattoo, though. I'm gonna be totally honest. I have a lot of tattoos. I have 15 now.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was just bad at her job,
Oh.
which is fine. It would have helped if she just stopped talking to her coworker for a single moment. I think she would have done a lot better. But what ifs?
Yikes.
My body is a water bottle. I must cover it with stickers. Not all the
Yeah.
stickers are gonna be perfect, and that's okay. Um, rock on. But yeah, so I got another tattoo. Let's
So
see.
let me
What else
ask
did
you,
I get?
which one was the more painful or less painful experience? The poke from the
Oh,
Sakyan
okay.
or the regular tattoo?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, I have a lot of fucking tattoos, and I have them in places where people are like, "That's super painful." Like, I have a rib tattoo right here. I laughed the whole time during that rib tattoo. I have a ridiculously
that.
high pain tolerance, by the way.
Same.
So like, it's not normal for people to laugh getting rib tattoos. I thought it was hilarious. It tickled really bad. And so that's what I did. I have a tattoo on my collarbone. I have tattoos in my ditches. Like all of the painful places. I have one on my foot. I've done them. Okay. The painful places have been done. Someone online said that the Sakyong hurts less than a gun tattoo. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That is a bullshit lie. That is a bullshit
Really?
lie out of their face. Sakyongs hurt fucking a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, stick and pokes hurt. They hurt. That being said, fastest tattoo I've ever received in my entire life.
No, like 40
My
minutes.
whole
Oh my
tattoo
God.
took 10 minutes. And
Oh,
it's
for
not
real?
small. It's like this
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine took 40. But he
Yours
was
took
like,
40?
yeah, because he was doing writing. It's all Sanskrit and
All of
stuff.
mine is writing.
Yeah,
Mine is
well, that's true. Yeah.
lines of
Yeah, mine
writing,
took
lines of
40
writing,
minutes.
and lines of writing. And it's down my spine.
Yeah, mine.
But
I
Arajan
could
was
show you
45 and had been doing it every day since he was 14. So he was also a speedy guy. He was
Yeah.
a speedy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was.
Weston got one too. I won't talk about it because it's not mine, but it's like this big.
Yeah,
And
it's
his took 30 minutes, I think.
Okay, because I saw his and I was just like, dang, how long did he have to sit there? Because to me, what it felt like was when you accidentally scratch open a zit, just
fair.
over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And
It
after
was like
about
a bee
10
sting.
minutes, yeah, after about
was
10
repeated
minutes,
bee sting.
I was cracking up and like laughing with people because I meditate through pain really well. So like I can, like you, right? Like I can
Yeah.
ignore pain. I learned really fast that I can ignore pain if I need to.
Yeah.
And so like
Same thing.
it got to the point where our guide, her name was Wow, WAO. But wow, like, and we kept saying that too. But she was also psychic, but she was terrified of being psychic. She kept saying like, I see things and I know these things and I hate that I know them. I don't want to be this way. And I was just like, it's okay.
Aw,
Like,
sweetie.
here's how you can like set up the boundaries and whatever. So I was getting my tattoo from from the Ajarn, who was then asking questions through Wow about like stuff and having me continue to read him. And then I was also, I think I was teaching a little bit to the people that went with me were also my students in the student study. So they were so cool. When he was like, you know, you're a master teacher, you're a guru. One of them was like, they're our teacher. And I was like, thank you for being proud that I'm your teacher. That's so nice of you to say.
That's cute.
It was
I love
honestly,
that.
yeah, I needed that moment a lot. And it's been really great every morning when I do my workout and I turn around and it's like on the upper center of my back. And I'm just like, yeah. So it makes me really happy.
It was really funny for mine because basically like for us, he had us write down all the stuff we wanted on a piece of paper, and then we passed it to our guide, which our guide covered in sakyongs. Like, by the way, we'll talk about this
Yeah.
on the podcast more. Our studio experience was very different. I saw the footage of yours. Ours was
Yeah.
very different.
Yeah, we were in this guy's house at his altar.
We were at his studio. This place was the most animistic place I've ever been in my entire fucking life. There was huge huge statues everywhere, including one of a monk turning into a tiger. There was mummified elephant trunks. It was
Oh, wow.
floor to ceiling painted in sakyonks. Like they were the whole walls, the seal, everything was covered in sakyonk.
Mm-hmm.
There was like huge glass cases filled with these very enchanted masks of different beings. There, it was not Buddhist feeling at all, like
Mm-hmm.
in the slightest. It was very animism. I was like, wow, this is a different experience. Like
Mm-hmm.
this does not feel. And it even. I was looking at the people that were there with me too, and we were all like, so this is like old god shit right here, right? Like we're like all acknowledging that quietly.
Yeah.
Cool,
Mm-hmm.
cool, cool. It was yours was like brightly lit. It was dim. It was
Oh.
very, very like there was shit looking at us. I did not want
Mm-hmm.
to go to the bathroom, and I'm not scared of things. I was just like, I feel like I shouldn't because stuff's gonna come at me and like try to talk to me, and I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for
Yeah.
that.
We were in
So
his house and he was basically the village healer. So like there was stuff in that room. It was mostly his stuff. And there was a giant statue outside of his primary, like
yeah.
what he called his guru.
Mm-hmm.
But he was really cool because one of the things that we ran into a bunch was like, because you're a woman, you can't go in here and you can't do
Yeah.
this. And I remember our trip host or guide was like, you might not be able to get a sakyant because they're not allowed to touch you. And I was just like, we already paid. So, and I was a
Yeah.
little concerned about that. He wore gloves and it was fine. Like it was like no problem whatsoever. Didn't bat an eye when he saw us, the whole thing. And when he started getting information about me, the way he said it, and anybody who knows my lore and my connection to the deity of Sophia, we all started laughing when he said this because he called goddess energies the ladies, and he said it like they were like. I don't know. He said it with like this huge amount of respect, which I really appreciated.
That's
And he was
nice.
just like, "You are connected with the lady," and I was like, yeah, yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
But he never like specified or like pushed any kind of one agenda or the other. It was very omnist, I guess was
Mm-hmm.
the right approach for it. It was so good, and I felt very aligned with it
That's good.
the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah. When he did my reading, he was basically like, listen, you have to do things your own way. And like, he gave me like 5 pillars of like knowing thyself, which is hilarious. The first thing he said is like, you just need to know thyself. And I was like, it's literally tattooed on me already, bud.
Yeah.
On the thigh, in Greek, because it's one of the Delphic maxims.
Yeah.
Which if you want to know more about the Delphic maxims, like, let me know. But anyway, I'm like, yep, got that locked down. And it's like, you can never do anything the way anyone else has ever done them. I'm like, yeah, much to my own chagrin, my friend. Literally every time I want to, doesn't work. Even now to the current journey I'm on, which I'm going to be announcing hopefully very, very soon about a certain thing that is happening. Gotta do it uniquely. Gotta do it uniquely. And so then he gets done, and he was like, so is there any requests you have for your sakyong? Because he was like very good at being like, hey, I'm going to design it however you want. But I'm going to design it like on what I think you need. But if there's any requests, if you want me to like incorporate a lotus flower or whatever, like let me know. And I was like, yeah, do you have any other colors? And he was like, we have red also, and very hesitantly. And I was like, yeah, I want it half red and half black. And he was so concerned. He was like very displeased about this idea. Like that him and our like guide like talked back and forth for like 10 minutes without responding to me. And he was like, so he said he does agree and he will do it. But only because that is what your reading said, basically, that you need to do this in your own way. Ordinarily, he would not do it because red is the color of black magic, I guess, stuff. If you're doing like a Saktyank for black magic. And he's like, so it is for that. So whatever we're doing with this, it's going to have that energy to it. I'm like, solid, that's fine.
Yeah.
And like he was very much like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's cool. Like it really is fine with me. Like
You
that's
literally the curse club. It's fine.
I was like, that's how I work. Like it's all good. Like I'm not concerned about it. But they were very concerned, and I was like, you shouldn't have read me so well. I don't know what to tell you. Correct. Yeah, it's super neat. And they were like giving me examples of like how it's been used, like how they personally have seen people use the red ink tattoos in the past and whatever. And it was very interesting, but it was just funny as hell. I was like, Can't do it like anybody else. I don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you because I have a tattoo thing, and if it's going to go down my spine, so half of it needs to be in red and half of it
Yeah.
needs to be in black.
That was the first thing I noticed because it's like right below your eclipsed moon tattoo,
Yeah.
and I was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. It was really funny though. It was really, really funny. Yeah. Yeah. It was cool. Other souvenirs that I brought home that are pretty magical. We went to Enoshima when we were in Japan. Enoshima it's actually a very heavily touristed place, but by the Japanese. So Japanese people come from around to go to Enoshima because it's such a sacred space. It's a little island south of Tokyo. And first of all, the coolest thing about it, in my personal opinion, it's the Dragon Island. So enshrined there is Venetian, something like, I forget how to say her name, but she was in love with the dragon. And so there's a lot of dragon iconography, there's dragon temples, whatever. But the coolest thing there, you get off the train, and the first thing you see are these signs, and it says, "Beware of hawks, they'll steal your food." And I'm thinking, like, what? When we were in Venice, there was like seagull things everywhere, right? Like the seagulls are vicious, they'll steal your food. It's like that. There's thousands of hawks everywhere that will just steal your food. That will swoop in and try to attack your food. It was wild and like big, not small, like big hawks, like in swarms coming at you, which I thought was really magical. But we went there and I got a couple different talismans from there that were really, really cool. Mostly for relationship and connection, and some protection bells and stuff, which were really neat. All dragon themed, of course.
It was perfect.
All dragon
Yeah.
themed. Yeah. Got some art. I'm big on art. And then we got a bunch of, this is like not exactly magical, but we went to a used kimono shop.
Yeah.
In
You teased
Asakusa.
that earlier.
Yeah, and this was Weston's idea. He had planned like a date day, and we went to this used kimono shop, and it was so cool because they were 1,100 yen, like all the kimonos in this shop. Yeah, and that is, for context, like $4.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing. And so we brought home a ton of kimonos, and you're like, why would you want kimono? Well, it's like a robe. So I got a couple different like robes in different styles basically to just wear around the house and have, and then also some to like mount on the wall for like artwork as well. And we got one for each of the kids, and it was really cool. And they were beautiful, handmade, like a real authentic kimonos for like nothing because there's so many used ones now. So yeah, it was real neat. It was really, really neat.
Cool.
Yeah. Also on the Dragon Island, they actually have a cave system. So you get to go inside the cave system, which is where the original shrine actually was. So we went down like into this cave system, and they give you a candle to navigate the cave system with. So you have a sacred candle on like a little panel, and you like navigate the whole caves with this candle. It was really cool.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. It was really, really cool. I will say the caves felt very much like there's nothing in here anymore. Like it's kind of been a little bit too much touristy stuff. But on different parts of the island, I felt the dragons like way more. Boris was okay. Boris was real twitchy when we went into the cave in Thailand, though. He was real twitchy about that because there was dragons in that cave,
Yeah,
and he
there
was not
were.
allowed to go in because there was different dragons had claimed the cave, and they didn't invite him in, and he was pissed. He was like outside, like stomping and throwing a fit. I was like, dude, it's fine. Like I will be fine. He was not thrilled.
Yeah.
He was displeased by my
That was
behavior.
like the one time on the trip that you and I actually got to hang out close to each other, aside from the vegetarian table at meals.
Gotta love vegetarian table. Which
Yeah.
they did really good with that, by the way.
Oh my God, the food was amazing.
The food was really
Yeah.
good.
I actually came home and I was like, went to my nutritionist and I was like, I need more of this.
It was
And she,
really good.
yeah, yeah. So I'm going to be making a lot of curry this fall.
Breakfasts. Oh, the breakfasts were so good.
They were, except for that second hotel.
The second hotel was not the way.
Yeah, it was like fried eggs and iceberg lettuce.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, for you, iceberg lettuce.
For me, it's just we went down there the first day because we were in that hotel for 2 nights, and I looked at it. I was like, no, I'm not going to eat anything from here.
Yeah.
But the first hotel, so they upgraded us to 5-star hotels, which was really nice. But the first hotel was they had like, you ordered breakfast in it, and I had like a congee every morning, which was really good, and then like a sticky rice and custard things, and they were So good.
They had like a little buffet for breakfast, which was like salad
Yeah.
and breads and jams and things. But then they
Hmm.
had an entire breakfast menu. You could order as much as you wanted from the menu, and it was still included.
Yeah. It was great. I ordered
Yeah.
so many things from that menu, and they had not just breakfast things. It was also like different like noodles from countries
Hmm.
around them. So like they had
Yeah.
like khao soi, which is like the main like noodle of northern Thailand, and but
Hmm.
they also had like a Vietnamese rice noodle, and they had like yeah, different noodles. It was really really yummy.
It was
It was
good.
so good.
I had a so on our lovely experience with their dinner options.
That was
After
not
that,
good.
no, it wasn't. But after that, we went up to the roof. This place also had spirits to it. I wouldn't say it was haunted. I
No.
actually did get to stay in the one we were supposed to originally stay in. That was like nature spirit haunted because like I went on a walk there in the morning and I was going back to this one spot and I heard like not before the sun's up you're not, and I was like okay, and I started walking the other direction and some kind of loud thing was following me. There was nothing behind me but I could hear a screech following me and I was like I'm getting out, I promise, like I won't come over
Mm-hmm.
here until the sun's up, dang. And then I found a cat and I was like, can you please tell whatever is here that I'm not intruding, I'm just walking because the gym's hot, like there was no air conditioning and I can't use it. So the cat, after I saw the cat, everything left me alone. But at our five-star hotel, we went up to the rooftop and it was like 10 p.m. We had gotten in there, what, like 7 p.m.? I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe even 6:30 to try
Yeah.
dinner. By the time you guys had to leave early because you were going to a cabaret, we stayed. And I had to like get a little
Crazy.
bit firm with the management staff just to get us through it. But by the time we got out of there, we all decided we were like, dang it, we are going to spend some time by the pool because we hadn't been able to yet. So we
Yeah.
went up to the rooftop, no lights on, it's technically closed. And there was this one light behind the bar that was on. And we wanted to journal and pull cards. So we went over to this one light and we were sitting there just trying to do everything by the light of this little like truly like a little floodlight kind of thing. And we were talking about things and at one point I was like, it's just it's hard right now because the world is just so ridiculous and it's kind of crappy out there. And the light went out and I had looked at the light and I was like, I'm not going to apologize because I mean it. Like, I think the world is
Mm-hmm.
pretty crappy, but I will say Thailand's doing a great job. And the light came back on. And then for the rest of the night, there was this one point where I was like, oh, by the way, we have permission to be up here. Like, staff from the hotel told us we could be here. And so the light had gone out and came back on at that point. And someone then from the staff suddenly emerged and turned all the lights on for us. But that light
Aw,
still went on and off throughout the night every time we said something interesting. And so we
that's
had like
nice.
validation from this spirit of whatever was going on up there
Mm-hmm.
throughout the whole night as we were having our conversations. It was really fun.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah, we when we were in Pi, that's where I felt the most spiritual stuff by far.
Yeah.
There was one dog and he was 100% a hellhound, and it was very
Mm.
interesting because he like hung out on the street, but we fed him a couple times. Didn't really want food. Didn't
Mhm.
really care about it at
He
all.
hung out with us on the second night.
Yeah,
We
but
found
the
him.
first night we were walking back and it was late and stuff was closing because we were
Mhm.
out at the bars. And he popped up out of nowhere, walked us for one street. And I mean, walked us. We stopped to go to 7-Eleven and he sat at my feet and was like, okay, I'll wait. We went in, got stuff from 7-Eleven, came back out. He walked us to the end of the street and then turned around and left. And we are like, okay, bye, buddy.
Mhm.
Good to see ya. He was very much, I was like, you're not just a dog. Not
No.
at all. And nothing about him was dog energy. You
Yeah,
understand. You
no.
met him. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, we met him the second night. He did the
Hmm.
same thing with us because we popped into a 7-Eleven, came back out, and he was there. Down that one street, though. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was just like, too late to be on the street alone.
yeah,
Not like human threat by
yeah.
any means. It was safe as hell,
No.
but like,
Yeah. It was
just
very much like think My Neighbor Totoro, but more eldritch.
yeah, yeah,
Like Spirited Away, maybe. Yeah.
yeah. We did the Inari Shrine at night again,
Nice.
and there was flute music the whole time we walked up. Very loud.
Mm.
Know where it could have been coming from. We got to the viewpoint. I was sick at this point, basically, like not feeling great. I was like, I cannot go any further. We're like, that's fine. And the second we turned around, the flute music stopped.
Mm.
I was like, that's weird. Great.
Hmm.
Not getting spirited away. Not
Yeah,
happening.
because that's where it almost happened when we were there last time.
Yep.
Yep.
And it felt very similar. in that way. We also did the bamboo forest at night in Kyoto, which was cool
Ooh,
because for the first time in 7 years, they have a lantern festival happening in the bamboo forest at night. And so they have carved bamboo lanterns and stuff all in the forest, which was really, really neat.
that's super cool.
Yeah.
Did you see in the headlines this week, for the first time in like 200 years, the Parthenon doesn't have any scaffolding on it, and we're going to be there?
By the way, if you want to come with us, come to Greece. Oh my God.
That's what I'm
so
getting into.
excited.
Yeah,
I'm going to
we get to
cry.
actually see it without the scaffolding. Yeah.
We're coming to Greece next June. And
And I think like
today,
yeah,
in
like a
literally
little
an
minute.
hour,
Yeah.
we are launching Germany and Austria castle tour for next
Woo!
fall during Oktoberfest.
During Oktoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
And Germany is where Brauerei comes from. So I have so much folk magic I get to teach you guys. I'm
We're
really
gonna do-
excited about it.
Yeah, we're going to do tons of folk magic. We're going to chat with all of the ghosts and spirits of the hotel. We're going to do castles. We're going to do channeled history. It's going to
We're doing a
be
Sound of Music tour.
so magical. We're doing a Sound of Music tour
There
because,
will
of
be
course,
singing.
there will be singing. It's going to be so magical and so cozy and the perfect like fall experience. And there might be something really exciting that happens right before that too, that everyone's going to really, really, really want to be around us for. Just going to say that. Just so you should come to Germany. It launches. There's payment plans available, as there always is with our stuff, and it literally launches in an hour. And yeah, it's going to be so magic. I'm so excited.
Actually, look, I'm so ready. Hang on.
What are you
I'm
doing?
going to put it in the chat if
Do
you
it.
want the link. Haha! There's the link in the chat. Booyah.
Yeah.
Modern
You can go
School of
through
Ancient
our-
Wisdom is me. So,
You can go through our whole itinerary and explore that if you want to.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I promise. It's also basically going to be a celebration retreat. Like it's going to be a retreat where we have a huge celebration at
For
the same time
good
for something that you
reason.
guys don't know yet, but are going to be wanting to celebrate too.
Yes. Yes, you will.
Especially because of the locations where we're going to be also kind of correlate to the celebration a little bit. So it's going to be really cool. You should
gonna
come. I want to tell you, but I also don't want to. I can't
Yeah.
tell you fully
Not
yet.
yet. Not yet.
Not yet. I'm so close.
It's worth the wait, y'all. It is worth it.
But yeah, it launches in like an hour. Please come. We're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this
Oh
one.
my gosh. I'm also really excited for, like, it just feels like it's going to be like living in a cozy story on that one.
It is, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's the first like fall vibes trip that we really get to have. And I'm excited about it. Like it was fall, a couple weeks ago. I get it, but we were in Japan and in Thailand and it was hot. It did not feel fall vibesy. This one is going to be fall vibesy, and I'm stoked.
And you guys all get to see Weston try to run up that conveyor belt thing at Oktoberfest.
Yes.
And that will be
And-
unmissable.
Provided my moon Pluto situation next year doesn't completely and utterly physically wreck me, I will hopefully be able to do that. Because the one sadness I have from Thailand is that Weston continued our competition, but like had to let me win a couple times because of my stupid shoulder. And next year, dang it, I will be fit.
I will win.
I will win, and I'll earn it. Yeah.
Yeah, we will. I showed him that conveyor belt thing. If you guys have seen the videos on TikTok where like people always fall, and I showed him that, I'm like, we're gonna be there for you to do that. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna do that. I was like, sure you are.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Please come. It's gonna be so much fun. We have such fun shenanigans on these trips, guys.
Every time. Yeah.
Every time.
It's so funny because every time we're like, something's going to happen that's not on the itinerary, but we're going to do it anyway. And then when it happens, we're like, there it is.
Uh-huh. We did the thing.
But I
Yeah.
was thinking this morning, and I think I said it in the little video I posted earlier today, these trips, I know we've done 9 of them now, going on 10, according to the website. And every single one manages to be life-changing for me personally. And I always hear how it is for everybody, but I just want you to know, like, no matter how many you come on, it consistently changes something. They are
Yeah.
transformative in some way or another, whether there's always some kind of a theme to it. Like this one was, everybody was healing something and like purging things out. And it was
And body stuff.
Body stuff was huge. Yeah. Not just because I was broken, but like other people
No.
were going through much, much more graceful versions of that in some cases. But then like you get all sorts of different themes that pop up. One of the travelers we had said it really beautifully. They were on Egypt with us and then also came to Thailand, and they said Egypt transformed their lives and then Thailand healed their soul. And I was just like, that's nice. That's the vibe. And I agree with that.
Yeah, it was very interesting because just looking at this year, the trips from this year specifically, because like Egypt was so impactful. We
Oh my
did two
God.
trips. We were there for
Yeah.
a month. It was so impactful. It was such a deeply, deeply life-changing, profound experience. The whole time, like
Yeah.
there's things from every day of that Egypt trip that I pull on for life. It changed, and last year's Egypt trip too. Huge, massively impactful. And Iceland, I keep returning to. I keep going back there every so often. Every day, couple days, like I'll get a memory from Iceland, and it'll pull me back into it in a way that no other trip has before. It's kind
Yeah.
of trippy a little
Yeah.
bit because like all of a sudden it'll be like the smell of like the lagoon or something, and I'm like, oh, and now I'm back into it. Like it was so immersive, and I think it was such a, for me, like a it was healing too, but it was also like a ancestral level of healing space, which
Yeah.
I hadn't anticipated, and it was just really magical in some really cool ways. And then now in Thailand was so weird to me. The entire time we were in Thailand, it was so normal feeling, and it was tripping me out because I was like, oh, it feels like I'm at home. Like it
Yeah.
feels like it's just normal, and that was weird. I'm like, we are in Thailand.
I kept saying the same thing. Yeah.
Like this is not, and it's not Americanized by any means. It's
are
not
no
like I'm
sidewalks.
like when you go to Ireland, it has some Americanized level stuff, right? Like you kind of feel like, okay, in Dublin, you're like, this could be a city in the US. Like I could see that. No hating on Ireland. I fucking love Ireland. But like it kind of feels that. Thailand does not feel that way. It feels incredibly foreign. It's closer to the feeling of Cairo than it is to any other place I've been.
Yeah.
And still, and I didn't even go to Bangkok. You didn't go to Bangkok either.
No, I didn't.
And still, I was like, no, this is normal. It just feels like a normal. We're just at a normal place. Like it felt so, like weirdly comfortable that the healing I think could occur because of that. It was
Yeah.
very strange. It felt so normal. Yeah, thank you, Veronica. Veronica was there. I'm glad it felt normal to you too. It felt so normal. It was so strange.
Thailand held space for us.
Yeah.
It was just like, hi, I'm Thailand. You are here. I like healing people. Be well
Yeah.
and be comfortable. And it's like, yeah, I felt that.
Yeah. It helped that I got multiple massages because they were like $10. So got a lot of massages too. That was really nice.
I got the massage that we all did, and then Veronica gave me like a complimentary shoulder massage. I tweaked my shoulder the one day, and Veronica was in the van with me and helped me out with that. So
Yeah. I got 2 full body and a foot. The foot was really nice. It was good. Yeah. It was great. Loved it. And we have ideas for other stuff in the future. So yeah.
yeah.
Oh, thank you. Our email address is hi@thealchemistinkwell.com.
Oh yeah, thank you, Rita.
You're so sweet, Rita. That's so
nice to you.
kind.
Yeah, of you.
We
My
appreciate
goodness, I
you.
can tell.
We really, really do. That's really
We,
cool.
we appreciate all of you, particularly Rita at the moment. But yeah, like you're joining this live with us right now, and we're just riffing, and it's fantastic. You listen to the podcast. We are so grateful for that. To those of you who joined us on the trips, you become extended family to us. It's not an understatement to talk about how much we value you guys.
Yeah.
We think
And I
about
hope you guys
in a lot of our
feel that,
decisions.
right? I hope you guys feel that as listeners, and also if you're on the trip, I hope you feel that too, of like, we really genuinely care. It's not in any way performative. It's like a very deep
We're both
caring
bad
for
at lying,
every single
so,
one of you.
like,
Oh God, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
terrible at that. My
Everybody's
face
seen
does
me try
all
to do
the
our-
expressions.
Yeah, right? Like every time I try to do like, here's a hint as to where we're going on our next trip, people guess it on the first day because I can't lie. And somehow that's the same vibe to me. It's hard.
Someone already guessed my announcement in the chat. I'm shit at this.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's our email if you want to send some stuff there. Oh, we appreciate you. Cool. Well,
that
we're
was
going to have to do the next couple podcast episodes. And I mean couple because it's probably going to be 2 or 3 are going to be recaps of the journey that we went on for both Thailand and then also Japan. I think one episode's probably solely going to be devoted to the Sakyonks because even what we've told you guys
Yeah.
is like the tippity tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't even really dove into it very much, even though we've just been riffing and telling. Want to hear a funny Thailand story, actually, everybody, while we close this out? Thailand is independent and has always been independent because of a cockfight. I'm not even kidding. They told us this. And we were like, excuse me, what? And they're like, yeah, roosters are really sacred because at one point in time, one of the north, so there was 3 tribes, not tribes, but 3 like kingdoms that made up what is now Thailand. One is Siam, which, you know, the king and I, there, Siamese cats, southern Thailand. Then there was the Lana kingdom, and then there was the other one. And the Lana kingdom at one point got invaded by Burma, and they had taken over the thing. And the Lana people were gonna fight back. Like, they were gonna fight back, and like it was gonna be a war. So the leaders got together, and instead of fighting, they decided that they're just each going to pick their champion rooster and they're just going to cockfight about it. And whatever rooster won, either
like a
the Burmese
Pokemon
would get to
battle.
have the land, right? Either the Burmese would get to have the land or the Lana would get to have their land back. And the Lana won. So roosters are sacred.
And they never
because
named the rooster,
Yeah.
which
Huh?
blows my mind. They didn't give the rooster a name. So,
No,
like,
they never named the rooster, but now all roosters are sacred because they secured Thailand's independence.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing? It brought me such immeasurable joy. I was so thrilled about that. Every time we saw a rooster, I was like, thank you for your service. Because, like, that's amazing. That's so cool. Oh, and I got a little phone going off at the same time. Wonderful. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's a funny Thailand story. It made me so happy. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys for joining this live. We ink spilled. We will be back to regular cadence on this a little bit now that we're back. I don't think we have an interruption in this for a little while. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So every Friday you can hang out with us on live. We are going to get TikTok and Instagram going next week as well. But it'll probably be on our personal ones.
Yeah.
So it'll be like one of our Instagrams, one of our TikToks, or maybe both. I don't know how many we can do, but we'll figure it out. But so if you want to watch us on other places too, you can. But thank you for being here on the YouTube. Thank you for sharing the episode. Do we want to go make magic, team?
Yeah. Let's go make. Oh, we haven't done
Ready?
that in so long. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Go make
Go
some
make some
magic.
magic.
Woo! Woo! Okay, bye everybody.